I'm still not 100%, plus I feel guilty dragging you into all of this. Why don't I stick around? Help you get adjusted to the weird corners of the universe. Marvelous.
Curious feeling, knowing that you've seen
Good work
something
dealing with the
that
Shaw
no one
gang.
says.
As soon as we finish the
That knows
mission,
something
happy to
no one
leave.
says.
But not until then.
What?
Dealing with a bank robbery. We got things to do first.
What emptiness? Uh,
I have something for you.
Haven't seen you in a while.
I'm listening.
Do you need me somewhere?
Ah, hello.
Look who, Captain. Need me to take a few things? Until next time.
Yes? Ron Hope was a real piece of work, wasn't he? Despicable is too kind a word. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like numbers on a balance sheet. It's an absolute disgrace. I'm relieved to hear you say that. Letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice. Had you taken the money, this would have been a very different conversation. I'm proud of you. It took a lot of integrity to say no to that offer. Some of them will, and some of them won't. What happens to them isn't your fault. It's Ron Hope's. Well, I think I've lectured you enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me.
you're welcome.
Hey, Captain.
What did you need? Your investigation with the Freestar Rangers has come to an end. Are you satisfied with the results? Yes, but not everyone walked away, did they? This Ron Hope, supposedly a man of the people, was more concerned with profit than lives. He was not the first, and certainly will not be the last. At least he will no longer be able to prey on others. I am unsure that death was preferable to justice. But at least the situation is over. And there is no question who was to blame. Fair enough. I will certainly not miss him. And now you can consider yourself a ranger in full. I think less of the badge and more of the person wearing it. But you should be proud of your accomplishments. Shall we find some other adventure to occupy us now?
Welcome back to
Security
the pride and
scanners,
joy of the
chemicals in
UC.
others. The United
Hello,
Colonies
new
sure isn't
apprentice.
taking any chances.
Where is Matey Boy? I don't know where he is. Was it a helmet I got?
Hey. You might want this.
I hear him, but I don't see him.
Sure. I've got a minute.
There you are.
Hmm? Nah. Sorry. I was lost in the... Oh yeah, I do. You may as well have it now.
Let's finally do this mission.
The first step on a new world full of life and the unknown.
Why isn't that highlighted? I do need to make an outpost, but
Problem?
man.
All right. The family has a few different deposit boxes secured in here, so let's look around. Here's a copy of the key. Okay, now remember, Solomon was from an earlier generation. So Jacob. Of course that old mule saw this coming. There we do. I was hoping to avoid the estate when we landed. Cora's gonna be so mad. We really gotta do this. Can't we just leave it? Yeah, well, I don't gotta say it. Don't go there. This isn't about that. Look, I'm done talking. You'll find out soon enough, okay? Let's just get going.
Alright, dickhead. You don't want to talk? Fine.
The Jansen family immigrated here.
That your ship that landed not too long ago?
Coal estate.
Well, well. Sam Cole finally decides to darken our doorstep again.
You know why I'm here.
Oh? And what's that? You come to your senses? Realize where you ought to be for once?
I ain't asking again.
You ain't asked once. Let's hear it. I want you to say the words about what's more important to you than family.
Okay, this was a mistake.
The only mistake I'm seeing here is you. Bringing your Constellation lackey here instead of my granddaughter. Come to help Sam loot his ancestry? You're not getting those maps. Full stop.
I got just as much right to those maps as anyone else in this family.
That's exactly right, Sam. We all share Solomon's legacy. Only some of us are around to live up to it, and some of us aren't.
All right, that's enough. Come on, let's you and I talk. In private.
Welcome home, Sam. Make your visit short, okay? It's
Can't even fucking lay my leg down.
The galaxy's too big to be stuck in the
Hurt,
same
my
place.
back hurts.
Give me a sec. All right.
That's how I injured it.
Options. You're flying in the face of my 30+ years experience with the man, but all right.
I literally just leaned down to blooming dry my feet. And then my back just gave out.
You want Constellation?
Yeah, that's right. I'm not leaving until I get what I came for. Happy to. All right, let's see if we can find the empty nest. All right, let me think. The way I heard it, the readings he was getting were normal at first, then they bottomed out. And no creature, alien or otherwise, would dare step inside. There. Found it. Oh boy. That's a problem. Well, you ain't wrong. But let's take a look at what we're up against. First, it's in the middle of the frontier, which we already expected. No problems there, but the usual tussling with alien wildlife. But the empty nest is a cave right in the middle of Shawgang territory. Same outlaws who held up Galbank. Well, just remember, it's about the artifact, not them. Hurting bad guys puts a smile on your face, that's a bonus. Let's get to that cave. Laura's already finished the pre-flight checklist. That's my girl.
You've got something for me?
Any new orders for me?
It's a quest item.
Yes?
This ain't over. Not by a long shot. You can't catch them all. Grizzly, but part of him. I knew quite a few smugglers back in the day. They know how to party.
Anything any good in here? Okay. Okay.
There you are. You're a...
Shut up.
You like caves? I like caves. Honestly, I might love caves. Is that weird?
In case you want to fight, I imagine.
Fine. Let's get going.
Okay.
I think that's far enough. Hate to put a hole in the head of Akila's own prodigal son. Least not before we've had a word.
You must be Shaw.
What I am is disappointed.
Hmm.
Samco in the flesh, and he's peddling around the frontier with the has-beens of Constellation. Now you got past my crew, who I pay quite handsomely, I might add. Grabbed something from that weird cave. Probably whatever's been keeping the Ashta away. So, I'm down one hideout. Now, let's talk about what all that's worth to me. Your lives, your credits. One or the other, really.
Shut up.
Kill them!
Looting the dead ain't glamorous, but it sure is profitable.
What are you doing way over here?
Nest, or whatever you call it, Smoke.
I'm carrying too much.
Who's in here?
I can't fast travel. Right.
Won't lie. My heart's... I wouldn't say no to a gift.
And what am I?
Yeah, I was done too.
Need to take some stuff off. Oh, 10,000. Now it will let me fast travel.
We're...
I'm back. I can't even like lay my legs down. How much it hurts.
Newest member of our... Just... What are we building here?
I haven't picked up any kind of frequency or signal coming from it.
That doesn't mean much. This thing could be emitting something we as soon as we finish it. Or maybe it's some kind of interstellar children's toy.
Why would either of those things give the Discoverer visions and music? It's a message. I'm sure of it.
We just have to hope that finding more of the pieces will give us some clue.
I hear that. Moving forward sometimes means fumbling around in the dark. I think Cora and I can use some downtime, but you let me know if you ever want to team up again. Oh, and since it tends to come up, me and my Rugrat co-pilot work as a team. That's non-negotiable. If I'm coming with, that means Cora's on your ship. Why not? What do you think, Cora?
It's really nice to have more company. New stories, new data.
What? Data? Alright. We're in. Let's see what the galaxy throws at us next.
If you have a moment, I have something I'd like to discuss.
What the hell? With Crix's legacy, I thought for sure you were going to turn it over to SysDef. Instead, delivering an insane fortune to the Crimson Fleet? Why'd you help them? Really? And that's worth it to you? With all those damn credits, the fleet is going to be a literal plague for years. Hell, decades. Anyone that travels space is going to be in danger. That includes people like Sarah, Barrett, the whole gang. You know, our people. Did you even think about that? Every horror story, every lost shipment of medical supplies, every damn thing the fleet does from now on, part of that's on you. I've done things I'm not proud of, but I've never done anything like this. Till now. I just can't stand to look at you right now. When you get a moment, can we talk? The Freestar Rangers. You did their dirty work and then some.
Yeah.
So how'd you feel wearing the badge? Well, good on you. It takes a certain type of person to thrive there. Me, I never cared much for being a ranger. Too many of them try to force the world to be only black and white when it's anything but. Take Ron Hope. I mean, the guy's a legend. Before him, Polvo was a desperate, depressing place. Everything he did was to keep his people employed, to keep Hope Tech standing in a backstabbing world of megacorp politics. Not many of us can create something like he did. Tough call on what to do with Ron Hope. Taking his hush money wouldn't have sat right with me. But I wonder what's gonna happen to Hopetown without him. I think Paxton Hall went out of control. But no doubt Ron Hope bears some responsibility. As much fun as it is being a ranger, I hope you can start focusing on Constellation business. There's plenty of mysteries left in the good old Milky Way to discover. The whole Terramorph situation, seriously, hats off to you. When I was growing up, everyone was afraid of Terramorphs. How they could seemingly strike anywhere at any time. The carnage, the destruction. The stuff you've done here could save so many lives. Given time, that'll be past tense. Because of you. I don't know about these Asylees. That micro would wipe out the Terramorphs for good and certain. I mean, the Asylees? It'll take longer, take more hand-holding, and there's no saying the Asylees will fully get the job done. I hope for all our sake you made the right call.
Yes.
When you put it like that, I guess I see your point. The United Colonies. Hell, everyone and everywhere owes you big time. Even if they don't know it. I've got some stuff on my mind when you have the time. Where to begin? That temple? The hell was that? I've been from one end of the settle systems to the other more times than I could count. But I've never, and I mean never, encountered something like that. Who built it? Why?
Maybe I should have done his quest much earlier. Huh.
I think that just means you're sane. And what you can do? I am not a scientist, not in the least. But that ability, power, It's just plain scientifically impossible. Okay, just don't say that back at the lodge.
We're in the
We'll
lodge.
blow a gasket if you suggested that. Forget about me. How are you? I mean, whatever happened, it could have deep physiological effects. I hope not mental. And even if everything's perfect, still, I can't imagine what's going through your head. You. Same old you. The other Constellation members are gonna lose their minds once they hear about this. Assuming they even believe us. You need something? Cora misses the lodge anyhow. I'll say hello to the gang for you. Hey, good to see you. No, that's it then.
Oh.
You know, the way you handle things, I was itching to travel with you.
I must admit, you've surprised me. I thought you were going to take off as soon as you'd gotten something from us. But I was wrong. I want you for a little soiree I'm planning. It's about an artifact, and our goal is simple. We're going to purchase it. Our seller is a freelance operative in the city of Neon, which means the artifact is almost certainly stolen from someone. I just need a little more presence in the negotiation to show we're serious. And I think you'd be perfect. Ah, yes, you're intimately familiar with the area. No need to sugarcoat then. It's going to be treacherous, but I'm hoping our combined talents will be able to handle it.
Nothing good comes from Neon. Pretty much ever.
What do you say? I just need a ride to Neon, we talk to a few of your fellow Neon citizens, and then we're back for drinks. To the Volai star system, then. I admit I'm a little excited.
Okay.
If you got a thirst for, something, Neon can deliver.
No, I'll just keep him on me.
Smell that? Construction, incense, industrial chemicals of every kind. But they still can't get rid of the odor of chasm gas. Quite true, but also opportunity. Our opportunity. We need to stop by the Stroud-Eklund offices. There are certain authorization procedures when large funds are being transferred, even for something like this.
Hey, what can I do? Anything I can help you with? Sure thing. We'll get it. Okay, no problem.
Oh. Whoa, I want to see this new ship.
I'm up for a little adventure. Yes, indeed. Take it. Certainly. Goodbye.
For this new ship, mate. Okay.
Yeah, what is it?
I'm listening.
Yep, here you go.
Not at all. My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center. Having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes, I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs.
Thank you.
You mean apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So don't worry, I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital. Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know, but we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly. Certainly. I always enjoy our little chats. Okay.
Talk to me. What's new? Please, go on. Always a pleasure.
Oh.
Go ahead and ask. I think about it a lot. There's so many possibilities. Some wonderful, some terrifying. I'm not a fearful man, but I am just a man, and I'm keenly aware that this artifact could change my life. Or end it. On Bendy? No, wait. It was Kazal. I can feel Lynn's admonishing stare boring a hole in my back. She's not actually standing behind me, is she? Well, point is, my story's probably a lot like yours. We dug a pit, found some really wonky readings, and followed them to the artifact. I think it's pretty clear now there's a possible correlation between the visions and the powers. Of course, correlation isn't necessarily causation. Once is a fluke, twice is a coincidence, and so forth. But once I get back into academic mode, I'll be writing a paper that will suggest the connection is valid. Obfuscating the identities of the powered, of course, which means we all get code names. Fun, right? Well, when I picked it up, I had no idea what it was. I knew it was something spectacular, though. I saw a vision, flashing lights, the whole shebang. Sure, like what? Let's see. I've been in Constellation for a long time, as you know. I enjoy cheese, my work, and long walks on unexplored planets. What else did you want to know about? Well, that's all I have to.
Have we locked her in there? We've locked her in here.
Need a hand with something?
I do. Let's put it to good use.
Oh, okay. If you want to.
What would you like to know? Everyone loves a war story, don't they? Fine, but I'm not going too deep. A lot of things happened back then that I'm not proud of. It's hard for me to think of anything that happened during the war as a victory. I'm not proud of all the harm my Xeno warfare unit did. Our battles got me plenty of commendations, but I don't think they were worth it. I ruined a lot more lives than I saved. The Battle of Nera. I wasn't there, but my soldiers were. We suffered heavy losses. The Red Devils were a family, and losing family is never easy. I still think about the soldiers who never came home.
Really special. There's no better feeling than finding somewhere to belong. That's what the Red Devils were to me. A family to fight beside. You know, to become a Red Devil, you have to do hard labor in the mines of Mars. When you're down there, the only people you can trust are your fellow miners. That trust made it to the battlefield, too. We had each other's backs every step of the way. I wouldn't trade a single one of them for anything in the universe.
No, I don't. The Colony War ruined a lot of lives, including mine. But I do miss my soldiers. It's been a lonely couple of decades. My pleasure, Captain. It was good to reminisce. I haven't talked about my service in a long time. The way things ended with the UC after the war, I just...
Well, it wasn't something I could talk about with a lot of people.
Well, the years after the war were pretty dark for me. The Red Devils were disbanded as part of the armistice. They thought we were too dangerous to exist. I'd take blame for that. My unit wouldn't have been as lethal as it was without me at the helm. The Red Devils were my purpose. I felt lost without them. I spent a lot of time wandering the galaxy by myself, searching for something new to live for.
Walk in the park, right?
I built my whole life around my service to the UC. It was my purpose. It almost felt like my life ended when the war did.
I was hoping to find a new purpose out there in the galaxy, but nothing really stuck. Until I got the message about the terramorphs on Tau Ceti. Old habits die hard, you know?
What is it? That's a tough call. I've seen most of the creatures in the settled systems, and there are plenty of strange ones.
One of the most memorable was an insect-like predator I encountered on a remote planet in the Moloch system.
It hunted by sucking the oxygen from the atmosphere around it to suffocate its prey. Isn't that fascinating? Sure. I'd rather not see them again either. A few lucky shots were all that saved my life the first time. I have a lot of stories that end with me almost becoming something's lunch.
You and me both, Captain.
We met when I was 19. The UC assigned him to be the co-head of my xeno-warfare unit. Our first day working together, he said there was no way a kid could keep up with him in the lab. I had him eating his words by the end of my first week.
I was close with everyone in the xenobio unit, but Percival and I have a special bond. Even if he is a huge pain in the ass.
Let me know if that changes.
Two seconds. Right. Sorry, I had to reply to a message. I'm back now. Why is everyone asleep for? You seen this new ship? It's up even further? Damn. Damn.
You keep installing new cool things in your ship. It's like Christmas every day.
Yeah, have any ship parts, do I? Just keeping the ones that give me better stats. Okay. That's cool. Got us have a new ship, boys. Right, let's go. No, I could have slept, but I forgot about it, so I just use a med kit, why not?
Keep moving. Scanners won't hurt you.
I know your type. Freewheeling space ace.
Alright.
Mr. Stroud, we didn't know you were coming in.
It's all right. I just need to have a short chat with my counterpart. Is she in today?
Yes, allow me to bust you in, sir. You know, Mr. Strode? You are so lucky.
Walter.
Issa.
Shall we continue from last time? The luxury cruise line market is completely outside of our core competencies. Investing